because CNN is like so behind on calling it racist.
Oh, are they really?
Yeah. Wait.
Are we live?
Now we are live, guys.
They didn't catch that, did they?
They didn't
I was about to say, nigga. Howdy. Best night to have a show.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry that I cut off your endorsement of Kamala Harris and Jill Stein.
I have no endorsement of neither candidate. I just like the word hoe. So, and I don't even spell hoe this way.
You don't?
I don't even spell it H-A-U-X. Oh.
Hoaxes? Hoaxes.
Yeah. But if you don't want to watch the election, don't want to keep up with the election, this is where you need to be. This show right here is where you need to be, where we talk sports and hoes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How do you think the hoes are voting today?
Not well.
We're not going to pull a fucking Bosa either. Just like whip out a MAGA hat in the middle of nowhere.
I almost bought, not a MAGA hat, but like there were so many parody hats. So once in a while one would get me, and I never did.
Yeah.
There was just something about like at the point where I put it in my card, I'm like, I think the joke is, like not even Trump uses Make America Great anymore.
No, he doesn't.
He still wears the hats.
Yeah,
he still wears the hat, but I don't think he really pushes it as much as he used to.
Mm-hmm. I can't even wear my Norm Macdonald sports hat because
I mean you can. TJ's gone.
Those are fucking racist caps.
I was a little worried because my hat has red in it, but that's not what. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have a red cap that just says sports in white letters. But
I made a TikTok.
People see that. Will see that from a distance. Be like, hey.
Yeah.
And it's be like, what? I like sports. Fuck off.
A long time ago, my mom and dad went to San Antonio, and my mom wore a red hat that had the Nike check. He said, "You gotta watch out, because people think you wearing that Make America Great." And I said, "I wish a motherfucker run up on me." I pull out this Glock. I said, "Ma, don't do that. Don't, please."
It was kind of funny once you move away from the presidential race, how much. I would say we're generally smart people. Like that's not unfair to say.
Yeah.
Generally.
Not me.
I'd say moment to moment. There are times when I feel pretty smart and times where I feel like the dumbest sack of shit.
I thought you were going to say, sometimes I feel smart and sometimes I feel pretty.
Always pretty. Always.
And then, like, I took a deep dive on Friday before I voted, and I was just kind of like, so I know a lot about Trump and Harris and the other candidates. I did end up going third party. I voted for the best man on the ballot by far.
Go ahead. Throw your vote away.
Voted by the best man, not an industry prop, and not a fucking terrorist like Trump.
Okay, I'm shutting this shit off.
Ow!
Damn.
No more politics talk. You're wrong. It's okay. No more politics talk, or I'm literally shutting it off.
I was just going to make the point, not about that, but about everything past Cruz was just kind of like, I don't know anything about those people.
I didn't know anything about a lot of them.
Like, same.
Yeah.
Like when,
I'm sorry for squishing your finger.
like when it was like vote for your railroad commissioner, vote for.
Yeah.
Like, fuck that damn railroad commissioner. Like, what the fuck is this?
I also didn't like. I thought the whole point for a judge is non-partial.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
But I guess
No.
they all they're party affiliated too. In all honesty, besides that railroad commissioner, I don't even know who our Secretary of State is. I know where the building is at because it's like right across the street from the Capitol.
Yeah.
I saw some random white woman. I said, "Who is this bitch? Who is this?" She's like,
She's a secretary of state.
"Oh, I saw the commercial," and when I saw the commercial, I was like, Oh, she's really the Secretary of State because it's just a random white woman talking about, here, go here to vote. If you want to know the locations of voting centers, go here. www. This. No.
Yeah.
It is funny because, like, in that instance and other political ads, a lot of it is people just buying ad space to keep their jobs.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
I mean, yeah, because if they're an incumbent, then, like, yeah, they want you to vote for them to keep their jobs.
Yeah.
So, can you apply that to other professions? Like, can you imagine, like, a plumber being like, help me keep my job? And an ad. As anyone,
Not
or
today.
even, not even someone who comes to your house. Like, I work in HR for this company you never heard of. Help me keep my job.
Sir, get out of my face.
Oh man, it wasn't. I think it was for city something, like city manager. Somebody was giving out pamphlets and they were straight going in the trash like 5 seconds later.
Wait, so what are you guys' initial thoughts about the election?
Nothing's been decided yet.
It's too early.
No.
It's too early.
But there's like a lot of... Yeah.
I mean, Trump's winning right now, but he's always going to be good at this part of the country. You don't expect Trump to win Washington, do you?
No, but I also don't expect him to win Virginia. And right now he's leading. I woke up and I just said, oh, they're counting the election? Oh, okay. And then we're right back to sleep. Because I was looking for something on, which I find it funny. There's no football or basketball on today.
No.
There was college.
Said, yeah.
Texas Tech's playing right now.
Man, I don't care about that. I don't know. I was hoping to catch a little bit of an NBA game. I was like, oh, yeah, it's election day. Fuck. It's also weird because I voted early. So I'm like, oh, yeah. But a lot of people.
Good for you, you voted.
A lot of procrastinators out there, so I can't watch NBA games.
Oh, my God. The Disability Rights Center right up the street. Dude. That line was so long. I looked for that. I drove past and just say, losers!
That was the first place we checked when we went to vote on the day after Halloween.
Yeah, because that's the nearest one from you.
Yeah.
Right?
There used to be the church right across the street, and they had signs up today saying no polls. None.
You talking about the church that's right across the street from 7-Eleven?
Yes, yeah.
That one?
Yeah. So that church is like right across the street from us. We're right on Breaker there. Or excuse me, Parkfield there. And yeah, normally I'd vote there.
Yeah, I did too.
And then like this time they're like, nah, son.
Yeah,
There was one.
Thingy a little bit. There you go.
There was one down the street. What is that street called?
Dude, I don't know what street we're on right now. Like, I don't keep track of things
There's
like that.
another church you can vote at too, like down the street from. You know what I'm talking about?
Metric or something.
Is it on Metric? No, it's if you go down Metric, not
You're telling people where you live.
I'm not giving them out.
You told him I lived there. Damn, you gave the name of the street.
You said by where I live.
You said Metric.
I said 7-Eleven, church,
Thank you.
and the two most ubiquitous words in any neighborhood, park and field.
They're not gonna find you guys. It'll be
No,
fine.
and even if they did, I mean, like,
Kramer?
I think it is Kramer. Yeah, that's church down there.
If they did, you got a security dog in a Bengals jersey.
yeah, and we have cameras, and I'll call the police. They won't show up, but I'll call them.
That was one of the things that I thought was funny because once you went through all the politicians, it was like, "Do you vote to raise taxes?" And I was like, "No." And then I went home, and it was like, "Oh, it was so the schools could have more money." And I was like, "Oh."
I don't have
Still
kids. I don't have kids. That's the only conservative thing I voted for on that ballot. Is like, no, my property taxes are high enough. No.
Yeah, you live in a
Yeah.
house, do you not?
It's a condo, but yeah, I own it. Yeah.
There you go.
So
Okay, you rich motherfucker.
to be fair, I bought it before these current prices. I could not afford that shit today.
I looked on Zillow for a condo on that same street.
Yeah.
That was like a long time ago. I looked on it. It was like cheap. I came back to it. It's like almost damn near $400,000. I'm like, why?
Yup.
Why? Well,
Yup.
I don't get it.
Yep.
But you know what? That's why I stay in my apartment. Rent ain't too high for right now. I'll take it.
Yeah, rent's going down now, isn't it? Or-
Well,
Rent is going down, yeah.
Good, because it's too goddamn high.
say it with your chest.
God damn high.
Yeah, it is. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, nowadays, I think home ownership or home prices are going down too, or is it not?
They are. My mortgage went down this year.
Nice.
So I'm
Nice.
happy.
I didn't know your mortgage could go down. I thought you were locked in most of the time.
It's because of the escrow. So property taxes, they went down. Because property values went down, property taxes went down. So my overall monthly payment went down. My principal stays the same. That's the thing that's locked. But escrow, that will change because that's property taxes. Home ownership, folks. This is sports.
Right.
I'm just talking about everything but sports.
Think home ownership is a game?
Well, I mean, we're here to distract you guys from everything because I really don't think we're gonna know till tomorrow.
We ain't gonna know shit.
Can I just say something? Small point. Couple of points here that I realized.
One small point,
Yeah.
already multiplied,
Multiple points. Yeah.
like the Gremlins.
So the first point is Florida. It has 20+ million population
It's a very populous state.
and can give you election results today.
I mean,
Nevada, which has smaller population, said that they're going to take Bobby up to a week to give you election results. Arizona, smaller population than Florida, said they're going to give election results in a couple of days. I said, how is that a bigger state can get shit done? And mind you, you remember in 2000 where we shitted on Florida for taking a long time to count those ballots. They were still finding ballots in that water.
Well,
But
bro,
now-
all the old people moved to Arizona.
But
Now
here's the
all the
thing.
shaky ballots are there.
No, it flipped. So now Florida got their shit together, and all these two states ain't got their. Another point, since we talking about Nevada, tell me why the Secretary of State said we had to reject some of these young folks' ballots because they don't know how to write cursive. Like, their signature don't match what they fucking driver's license. How did that fucking happen? How did that happen?
Because they only write cursive once a week.
see,
Are we the last generation that knew about cursive?
I think we are, and I'm an
Yeah, I think we
advocate for
are.
cursive.
Same.
Because adults who write in print look like children when I look at their writing. Write in cursive, please.
Have you ever got an autograph in print?
No. I've
got an autograph in print.
By who?
Prince wrote this?
Third party voting.
Boo yourself. Boo yourself. Cursive is more economical. It looks nicer. It's easier to write.
Yeah, it was a very fucking ugly autograph purchase.
Who
Printed.
did this? I need a name.
Signatures only for cursive.
Oh, jeez. I could not. Oh.
Trust other people's writing in cursive?
Yes.
You trust other people to do well with cursive.
I mean, if they're an adult, I should be able to, yes. I could write in cursive legibly when I was 10.
You literally practiced your signature for a whole month. At least I did in
Yes.
school.
The
Yeah.
last time you've written anything on paper for someone else.
For someone else? Like, probably when I sign on a tablet?
You're a writer.
I know.
Other people aren't. They're stupid.
So maybe you should listen to me saying you should write in cursive. As someone who writes for a living. Learn to write in cursive.
Type it.
It was the best of times.
The things that you should learn out in school, how to write checks, how to write in cursive. That's about it.
I haven't seen a checkbook in a long time, though. That one I'll give you.
It's good to know how to write one, though.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah. It's a life skill for sure.
Hey, also, rotary phones.
Yeah?
Now he's distracting himself from
Yeah.
the election over here.
I'll do what I want.
Thanks,
Do
Serenity.
you want to take Mushroom Mahomes' spot over here?
He played his first good game of the year.
I thought he was out for a while. I was like,
Oh,
my
I
God.
was
Oh, the non-contact injury?
I was
Yeah.
actually really worried about it.
Same.
Sam was there. I was like, "Oh no, I don't want to see him get hurt like that."
He put some Robitussin on and he was just fine.
Yeah, take the shit.
I saw somebody show the meme of whenever they used to send those kids to jail or whatever, like to behave better.
Yeah.
And it was like that
Detention
was
centers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but their show, I forgot what it was called, like Scared Straight or whatever.
Scared
yeah.
Straight.
Yeah.
And it was like that was Matt Castle on the sideline or whoever the fuck the second string quarterback they got.
Oh, it's Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
Carson Wentz.
I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, small thing. Wait. Darren Sproles was on a podcast recently,
Yeah.
And Darren Sproles told a story that Carson Wentz didn't want to run the same system that Nick Foles ran in because Nick Foles won a Super Bowl, so he wanted to run his own system.
What an idiot.
Look where he's at now.
Is that what got Doug Peterson fired?
No, Doug Peterson got fired because he didn't want to fire his offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Which they're going to fire his ass soon.
Yeah. Same OC, right?
Yeah.
The Jags.
If they fire the Saints head coach, they should fire Doug P. too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get his ass about it now.
Well, we were already talking about who was getting fired. We didn't talk about the Saints.
No.
And afterwards, 100%, I realized I keep forgetting the Saints exist.
Yeah. Surprisingly so.
Because if we had remembered, we would have said, "Oh yeah, Dennis Allen's got to be on the hot seat."
Yeah.
for sure. I kept forgetting his name. He's got 2 first names. I don't like that shit. Make up your mind.
Very, very true. Yeah, but Dougie P is next. He's done. There's no way he's keeping his job close to the season or at the end of the season. No, he's done.
No. The refs got the Jags as many touchdowns as Trevor Lawrence with that fucking horrible fumble call.
Oh my God!
That shit
Don't start.
That shit was atrocious.
That fucking.
Did you see that, Margos?
No, I didn't.
Oh, dude, it was awful.
So here's the issue. We know that the ground can't cause a fumble.
Right.
Yeah.
It can't. So what we saw was the defense hit Barkley's ankle.
Yep.
But then Barkley ran into the offense, stumbled, fell, and that's when the ball came out. Again, we established the ground cannot cause a fumble.
Yeah.
Tell me why the VP of Instant Replay said that it was a legit fumble.
Oh, because Vegas. I mean, Vegas. That's the only explanation.
That was like the dumbest. Like we clearly saw the guy hit his ankle.
That was a textbook not fumble. He's down by contact.
Because it would have been crazy if he would have got up and ran it and they would have called a touchdown then. From that logic.
Yeah. Yep.
Such a dumb fucking thing. And I just said, man, the ref's about to blow it for us.
Yeah.
But lo and behold, we got that interception and it was game over.
Yeah.
Funny story about this guy.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm nervous as shit.
This is shortly after you left.
Yeah,
Marcus.
yeah. And they're at the 20-yard line, I do believe.
Yeah.
And I'm nervous. I'm like, oh, man, he going to get a touchdown. He said, I don't trust Trevor Lawrence. I said, you don't know? He just ran up the field. He said, I still don't trust him. As soon as he said that, interception, I said, let me shut up. Let me be quiet and just trust your instinct. Because I'm thinking Trevor Lawrence is going to get a touchdown. He already ran for 2 touchdowns at that point.
He sucks, though. The flip side is last night when Baker got the ball back in the fourth quarter. I'm like, he's going to fuck this up. And he marches down the field.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. But then they did 2 stupid things. They called a timeout with 30 seconds left. Like, why would you do that? You're playing against a team that is famous for winning a game in 13 seconds against a team that is better than you. And then they tied up with an extra point. They don't go for 2. They don't go for 2.
You said that.
Yeah.
Who called the game Monday?
Troy
said
Aikman
that.
was like, I don't get why they're not going for 2.
And people on Twitter were like, why the fuck he didn't go for 2?
Was it a Bucks home game or a Chiefs home game?
It was a Chiefs home game.
Yeah, the visiting team usually goes for 2.
You should have the mentality of we're about to steal this.
Absolutely.
Because they're better than you. They're healthier than you, and even if you were as healthy as they were, they're better than you. So if you managed to get a win there, you stole one, and you should be proud of that. It was stupid. And they even asked Todd Bowles and Andy Reid afterwards. And Todd Bowles, did you plan on going for 2, or did you ever think about going for 2? And he said, no, it's wet. As if going for 1 makes it dry or something. It's like
that's another one on the hot seat.
Or as if the Chiefs also aren't playing in wet weather.
Right.
They're like, no. And then when they asked Andy Reid, it's like, did you think that they might go for 2 there? And he's like, I didn't think that, but I'm glad they didn't.
Right.
Rakeem
like
is mad today. Todd Bowles is a boneheaded bitch.
He did 2 stupid things.
God damn, Rakeem.
He called that timeout, which was stupid.
Yeah.
Because they had the Chiefs defense on the back foot, which is something we haven't seen much this year. And I mean, I think we were all just as surprised as the Chiefs defense was. Like, oh, Baker Mayfield's marching down the field on us without Mike Evans or Chris Godwin.
they are a few steps away from a great team, which sucks.
The Bucks.
Wait,
Yeah.
did we have that conversation yet?
I
We've
think
had it.
At the
Yeah.
wing, yeah, we said that
they're dead.
they're dead. Well, not even dead, but I don't think Baker Mayfield can take them as far as they need to be.
No, I don't think so
He may be a playoff team,
Yeah.
but with Baker Mayfield, you're not going to Super Bowl.
No, unless they have like someone else who is awesome at an important position.
Well, I mean, I don't. I feel like the fact that he's going this far without a star wide receiver, zero running game, and an okay defense, like
Their running game's good though.
Yeah, surprisingly,
they,
well, it was
they,
good.
They turned it
last
around.
night, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought they said a stat that they actually like lead the league in rushes or yards per carry.
Really?
Oh,
That could
really?
be
I
an
didn't know that.
That could be an empty
Surprise,
stat. though.
surprise.
I legit thought that was Saquon Barkley. Like without looking at
himself.
anything.
Yeah. They averaged like 5 yards a rush.
It probably will be Saquon Barkley by the end because they play the Giants twice
Well,
and
we
the
played
Cowboys twice.
Oh, Saquon's gonna run for 1,000,000 yards.
I wouldn't be surprised if he does,
Yeah.
because I mean, at this particular point, the Cowboys are dead.
Yeah.
They're with the Giants. They're on the bench with the Giants at this point.
Oh, they made moves at the trade deadline. Didn't you know? The Cowboys.
Who they get?
I forget, but they're not
They got
selling.
they got like the
Ryan
second or
Shabazz. Is that the man?
they got the second or third string wide receiver from Carolina, and they gave them more draft compensation than the Chiefs gave up for Hopkins.
Really?
Yeah, they gave a fourth and a seventh. The Chiefs just gave up a fourth for
They didn't.
Hopkins.
They didn't get Xavier Leggett, or did they?
They got no. I don't think they got Leggett.
Because I don't want that guy being
Nowhere
on the
near it.
Cowboys. Yeah, I don't know anything about him other than the clips TJ showed us of him, and I was,
Mingo,
yeah, this guy's amazing. Just listen to
Jonathan
him talk.
Mingo. That's who they got traded for.
Oh, that's a no name.
I mean,
they-
he's on Carolina. They traded Christian McCaffrey a long time ago. That was the last
Best
stuff.
move that the 49ers ever did in their
Still didn't do shit with it though.
Yeah, that's true.
Now he's got tendonitis in 2 legs.
Yeah, that sounds like a Simpsons joke.
Could be. Could fucking
Mingo
be.
Barley barely played. Why trade him? Hey, man, because if you can get a free 4th-round pick for him.
Yeah.
Why not? Why fucking not?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and hit the intro.
Go for it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Commitment to Mexcellence. I'm Marco. I'll be your host. Across from me, probably... What are you looking at?
Nothing.
Is Jordan in the Hose for Harris shirt.
Hi, guys.
And in the Don't Blame Me, I voted for Kodo shirt.
Hi everybody, I'm Gertz.
Well, I got a big weekend lined up for the first time in a while.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry to miss your birthday party. I was pretty excited
Rat
about.
bastard. No, it's fine. I know you.
I would
played
like to
this.
see other people win the Ducks for once.
Yeah, motherfucker.
But me and Jordan are actually headed to Lubbock.
That's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna go see this is why I'm not abandoning the Colts. I'm just wearing a Texas Tech hat to support my team. We beat the only undefeated team in the Big 12, the Iowa Cyclones, this week.
Uh-huh.
And then that got us. What are you laughing
He's
at?
like, like a angrily.
You're gonna be
Yeah,
wearing
man.
you're gonna be wearing a Flacco shirt at this game. You should wear your Flacco jersey with your Texas Tech hat.
I would if it made sense. I don't know where Flacco came from. I just imagine he spawned on Earth and
Yeah. Came from the primordial soup. Well, I don't know where he came from either. But I just like the fact that you have a Flacco jersey, a Ravens Flacco jersey.
It's a nice one too. I paid like
It's like legit.
Supports. Yeah.
I wear it at the beginning of the season. I can wear it again because he's starting.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if you look to my right, the person that didn't get an introduction is Mushroom Mahomes over there.
They gave him a Janet Jackson wing. Godly.
It was actually Samantha's doing over there.
Okay.
I actually don't know how this happens most of the time. I know that Patrick Mahomes has become an ambassador for Texas Tech, but he worked out a deal with them.
Oh yeah.
With the jersey?
The jersey, yeah. He got them he showed up because they used to have a partnership with Under Armour. That's why whenever they had different uniforms like Oregon,
Okay.
Yeah.
it was because they had a partnership with Under Armour. Well, Patrick Mahomes just that was his Instagram post to announce that they have a deal with Adidas now.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Not brokerage a deal. Let's go.
Oh, Broha's correcting me saying that BYU is undefeated. I forget about the Mormons.
So does he not have a deal with Under Armour anymore?
No,
do
it's
they
with
do?
It's with Adidas.
That's okay. So I guess they didn't like his dad bod and their tight ass shirts. Trucking people that are shredded.
Smaller than you. Okay, friend.
There's a reason why Mahomes does phone commercials and not anything where he has to take off his shirt.
Yeah. Well, Chonk versus Chiseled. I Chonk every time.
Well, part of it is that he did get a custom jersey, and they're going to wear these custom jerseys for the first time this season, this Saturday.
Oh, cool.
And they're basically chromed out is the best way to describe them.
Okay. Nice. Bet you wish I was playing, huh?
Oh, bitch.
And along with that, what happened? What bad thing happened?
I can't speak because somebody pops up in this room and be like, oh, shit. I'm shutting this room down, man.
Well, hello, Bad G. We are doing a Sing Countdown on Thursday for you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Well, on top of that, across from the other side of Texas Tech is going to be everybody else's favorite coach, Deion Sanders. I didn't actually know that he was friends with Texas Tech's coach, Jerry Maguire.
Did Deion say they're friends, or did this other coach
They both
say?
said they're friends to each other.
Good. Because I think people would just lie about being friends with Deion.
Absolutely.
Because he gets them cool shit.
Right. Yeah. But the real question, he can get you a KFC commercial. But the real question is this going to be a good game? Now, right now, they both have good records, am I not?
Mm-hmm. They do.
I think Colorado is 6-2.
They're 6-3, I think, or are they 6-2?
I think they're both 6-3. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so they both have a good record. I think this will be like a shootout.
It should be.
It should be because both defenses are garbage.
We played okay defense against Iowa this weekend, but it's not great. I mean, we wouldn't beat Alabama if that's what you mean.
Is Travis Hunter healthy?
I don't know. I don't know.
I didn't know that.
I don't know if he's healthy or not.
But
I just assume he's beat up because he plays too many snaps.
He says is he gassy? Is that his injury?
is he like Lamar? Is that what you're saying?
He gets the bubble guts during games.
Is he this?
Anthony Richard special. I'm tired.
You know what? I'm going to ask you about that later
Richardson,
on.
excuse
I'm
me.
going to ask you about that, sir, about that game. Both of you, but I want to get.
Weren't you
something from
here last week?
We talked about it last week.
No, I'm talking about how did he think Flacco did?
Oh.
He did fine. The Vikings are one of the best defenses in the NFL. Brian Flores has done nothing but want to hurt quarterbacks.
That's true. Even when he was the head coach of Miami. Especially when he's the head coach of Miami. He hated his own quarterback. I killed this man.
He walks into the locker room every Monday. It's like new Tua.
Yeah.
He just imagines the new quarterback they're playing is Tua and thinks of a way to hurt them.
It's like the scenes in The Water Boy where he just imagines people saying water sucks. But it's just imagines Tua's face in every quarterback.
Yeah. Shit. But I watched that game a little bit and I said, Joe Flacco's all right. I mean, I
It's
think he has
funny
to knock
that
out the
him
rust.
being all right puts him head and shoulders over like a third of the league just being all right. Because there's so many bad quarterbacks this year.
Yeah,
Is it?
I mean,
Bryce Young,
Bryce Young's terrible.
That's the only one I can think of.
Saints.
Derek Carr's been bad.
But he's been hurt.
Derek Carr.
Okay, cool. Then Spencer Rattler.
Spencer
Who's
Rattler.
that?
He's their rookie. I think they started him for a game, and they were like, "Nah, this ain't it."
Oh,
Because that's right. Derek Carr had like a rib injury or something in the middle of the season.
that's right.
The
Against the Chiefs, I think he got hurt.
the Mayo guy up in Tennessee. That's another one.
Oh, Will Levis?
But no, he's not playing.
Mason
Rudolph
Ru-
is playing.
No.
He's been playing good.
no, he hasn't.
Yes, he has.
No.
Didn't they won the last game?
No,
What, did they lost?
no, they won. You're right.
See,
They-
is that Mason Rudolph is playing well.
No,
They're going to the playoffs.
I can hear Tommy driving now. No, they didn't. No Titans love.
no.
Tommy like, nah, man, it's not right. No, but Mason Rudolph's playing well. I think he is.
Well.
Who's another bad quarterback?
Another bad quarterback. Let's see. I don't think
Prescott.
Brock Purdy. Dak
Before-
Prescott
before-
actually is playing pretty bad.
Before Dak got hurt, he was playing pretty badly.
But I can't blame it on Dak.
Why not?
Because structurally, I blame it on Jerry Jones.
Having no running game is pretty bad for the Cowboys.
You got rid of Pollard, who played well.
On the Titans?
Yes. You got rid of Pollard. You had you had Hopkins. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm thinking of a different team. Oh, you had Pollard. You had he's on the Bills now.
Oh, you're thinking of Amari? But not the running
No,
back.
the Cooper. Yeah, Amari
okay.
Cooper. You had Amari Cooper. You had a good squad. Why did you break it up?
They couldn't afford Derrick Henry, don't you know?
They could afford a Derrick Henry.
Yeah, they could have.
They gave him that big ass motherfucker.
I would say
contract,
Aaron
man.
Rodgers and Geno Smith-Flacco's comparable to, but they should be better than him.
yeah. Caleb Williams has been bad.
Caleb Williams has been bad.
Yeah.
I'm supporting my black quarterbacks this time.
Derek Carr.
Derek
Yeah,
Carr.
we mentioned him. Who? Yeah, there are others.
Gardner Minshew,
Gardner Minshew has been bad.
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah.
God. I forgot about Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones forgot about Daniel
There
Jones.
was a joke. Somebody said
That's half the league already, bro.
Daniel Jones told one of the players, "Yeah, I don't vote." And one of the players said, "Oh, so not only you make bad decisions on the field, but you make bad decisions off the field." That's cold blooded, man. But that's a good joke. That was a good joke.
I mean, this is. I'll say Tua has not been great.
I thought he did okay this week.
Yeah, he
I
did
thought he
well
owed it
against the
okay
Bills.
this week. I didn't see it for sure.
Just the Dolphins' defense is like,
He hasn't won a game since he's been back.
don't you?
Yeah.
Right.
I know. Yeah, he's still recovering. His brain is mushy. But
Well-
I don't want him playing anymore, man.
Well, hey, give it to the end of the season, please. And then if he gets hurt again before the end of the season, then I'm like, okay, I agree with you, Gertz.
I mean, he's on concussion like number 5, I think.
He's
He's
like,
had a lot.
Yeah.
how high did it get in Not Another Teen Movie? It was only like 12, wasn't it? And that was the joke.
That's the running joke. But
He's halfway there.
Yeah.
he's close to it.
Yeah.
Gee, you know, wait, the Bucks game. I saw one of the linemen wear one of them Guardian hats. I said, this is like fucking pantyhose on top of a fucking helmet.
He looks like one of the kids from South Park.
There's a Colts player that wears it all the time
But it looks nice for the Colts compared to the Bucks.
because of the white on white.
It looked bad. It was like, ooh. Especially because we were on here saying, the Guardian cap isn't that noticeable. When that dude walked out there, it was like, yeah.
It was just that one shot where it got called back for, I think, holding.
Yeah.
He had that cap. I was like, that's pantyhose.
Yeah.
What is this? It just looked horrendous on him. But I didn't know the helmet was also a part of the guard. Like, the helmet looked abnormally large for him on top of with the Guardian cap on top of it. But is that normal?
Yeah, I wonder if he already had or his helmet just looks bigger on him. Because I noticed Flacco's helmet looked tiny on him.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Flacco got a big ass head.
Yeah.
Flacco is playing with a helmet from 2008.
Yeah, I
He
was going to
just-
say. He's playing with the helmet that Antonio Brown wanted seasons ago. Hey!
You could save that man's life.
Yeah. He wouldn't be throwing furniture out of hotel rooms. If he just talked to Flacco.
Well, I think it's really funny because Colorado is this team that's under the limelight. They've been the media attention darlings for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And now they're going to bumfuck West Texas. And the coaches have to explain how weird Texas Tech is.
Wait, go ahead. Sorry,
It's
go
going to be live. Okay? First play of the game is going to either be a kickoff or kickoff return. Either one. You're going to get tortillas just coming out of the stands. Okay? It's a different deal. There's black boys running around the stadium, them tortillas coming out of the stand. It's going to be a different type deal, okay? So the atmosphere is going to be there, all right?
Really emphasize the tortillas. Tortillas gonna be crazy.
Excuse my French. I had no idea what that nigga talking about. Did anybody know what he talking about? I heard tortilla chips. I'm like, what? Are we making Tostinos? What is going on? Some people just don't need to be motivation speakers.
I mean, I'm going to say, and I may be wrong, just based on the way he was standing, that's the O-line coach for sure.
Oh, the way he was talking, yeah, that sounds like
Maybe he's talking to the O-line. Look, it's gonna be tempting. There's gonna be delicious tortillas
Yeah.
littered all over the field. You gotta focus on the task.
you're going to smell cheeseburgers.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, don't carb up during the game. Protect Shador.
Right. Protect him at all
I don't want him
costs.
taking a sack because you're stuffing your fat ass face.
Yeah.
well, I mean, if you thought it was bad that he was talking about tortillas, Dion doesn't understand the concept, so he was straight up like,
Get to love it, to do what we gifted to do. Daunting challenge, on the road, we love it. We gonna get booed. I heard they throw, is it tacos? So he's like, tortilla? I said everything but the right thing. I was around the area though.
This nigga.
That's taco adjacent, right?
They do tacos. They don't do tacos. They do tocino chips.
Doritos,
Doritos.
the Cool Ranch, or those red ones that no one likes.
You know them cool ranches be sharp around the edges a little bit. You cut somebody. You know, they little sharp.
Got his Achilles sliced on a
Right.
tortilla chip out there. Shurikens.
Jeez Louise.
this is what they mean.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about
yeah.
that. Look at that. Now, perfectly good
They're not
tortillas.
perfectly good. They're Rosa's tortillas from West Texas.
But still, we have a homeless encampment here. They could have saved that for them.
Almost we would be like, this isn't meth.
Bitch, tortillas? What the fuck is this, bitch?
They don't get the college game day, but we get the Fox Sports equivalent. What is it? Big noon kickoff, I think is
Oh,
what it's
yeah,
called.
yeah.
So the game's at noon.
The game's at 3.
Big noon kickoff and it's at 3?
Yeah, I didn't know
Oh,
that.
the game is in the afternoon.
Yeah, the game's in the
Okay,
afternoon.
that's not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Give us time to sleep and eat.
They'll have tortillas there. Or tacos, as Dion calls them.
It's somewhere in the vicinity. Shut up. Jeez Louise.
They'll have the game on at Bolden Acres. We'll look for you in the crowd. Eating tortillas. This shit's good.
Oh, wait, small side note. Okay. I don't want to talk too loud. You know, I'm not a fan of campaign ads because they all just sound the same.
Right.
There's one campaign ad. The guy's not running anymore. He won his election. It was back in 2022. If you can, do me a favor, okay, Marcos?
Mm-hmm.
Pull up John Kennedy campaign ad. And so let me preface it. I'm asleep. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm in bed. And I wake up and it was you know how YouTube have those double ads that you can't skip?
Yeah.
Which is fucking annoying. So there was one advertisement was going on. I really didn't pay attention to it. But then his advertisement showed up.
Oh.
Now you can play it. Play it all the way through.
Violent crime is surging in Louisiana. Woke leaders blame the police. I blame the criminals.
Can you pull it up?
A mom should not have to look over her shoulder when she's pumping gas. I voted against the early release of violent criminals, and I opposed defunding the police. Look, if you hate cops just because they're cops, the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
I do remember that. What he didn't mention is, if you have crack on you, a crackhead will do a lot for you. I need help. Jingle a bag of crack. I do remember, call a crackhead.
The next time you need help, call a crackhead.
I heard a Twitter response. No, it was a Reddit response because it was a long ass story. So I don't know if it's true, but at the end of the day, it is funny. He was like, I did call a crackhead once. He came with his own jack somehow. He changed my tire and then he left.
And he only charged me 83 cents.
And he left the jack behind. So now I have a jack for my car.
Boy, these crackheads are useful nowadays, man. Yeah.
I tipped him a nickel and a bag of sugar. Joke's on him.
Yo, when I heard him say call a crackhead, I literally fell out of my bed backwards, just laughing so hard. That is probably hands down one of the top campaign videos I've ever seen ever. Ever. Call a crackhead.
You know, he thought he was being really poignant with that too. His delivery, the music.
Absolutely. He meant every word.
Call a crackhead.
Call a crackhead. Sorry, that was a side note. Go
You're
ahead.
good. You're good. That's what the show's made to do. Well, what would you say if the celebration of at least the weekend came from a very small college here in Texas?
Celebration weekend.
Celebration of the weekend. Like, some people are calling it the celebration of the year. I don't think it's going to stick around that long.
What are we talking about? Okay.
Oh yeah,
Somebody did that.
it was Amon Ra.
Two people did.
yeah.
Two people did that in the NFL after this college. Incarnate Word did it this Saturday.
That's pretty cool.
Is it crazy? Is it weird to? Not even weird. Agree to disagree. I think that college football tends to set the trends for NFL. Like celebration wise.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
I think
that's
this year
interesting. I never thought
for
of that.
sure college is a lot more fun than the NFL.
Yeah.
Well, they let kids celebrate.
Yeah.
In the NFL, it's like no fun. No, they're no fun.
Right.
This is Drake London doing it. That's not the celebration.
No, I can't do what he's about to do.
What? He call a crackhead?
And I can do that. Just go to South Congress and do that real quick.
Oh, they migrated down the riverside now.
There you go.
You're alone. David Montgomery did.
Oh, is it Montgomery who did it?
Yeah, I remember him doing that.
The Disney Channel.
I
I thought it was Amon Ra who did the.
I think it was Amon Ra.
Okay.
But yeah, Amon Ra and Drake London did it. I just thought it was funny that out of nowhere, like a no
what
name.
type of what is that supposed to signify?
It just looks funny when it's a still. That's all it is.
Dummies. That's how you break your neck.
Not if you like balance correctly.
First time Chatter Gertz.
Top
Who are your
five.
top five
I don't have a top 5 presidents list.
Hell no.
I don't even have. I have a favorite president. It's probably Teddy Roosevelt because his life is ridiculous.
Isn't your favorite?
Yeah, Teddy Roosevelt's my favorite.
Yeah.
His life is hilarious.
Yeah.
They were like, he was literally born with lungs too small for his body, and it was like, you're gonna be frail, and he's like, fuck, I am, and he started running up mountains.
He was like, that is his life in a nutshell. Fuck if I am. Right. He got shot in the chest and said, fuck if I am. Finished his speech. He went. I think he was boxing, and he got
Yep.
blinded in one eye.
He got blinded by the boxer from Galveston, Johnson, I think is his name.
John Johnson.
John Johnson.
yeah.
So he learned judo afterwards.
I get my ass again.
He learned how to grapple. It's like I can't throw punches as precisely, so I'll just bear hug the
You
fuck
not
out of
beat me
people.
up again, motherfucker.
The Republicans nominated him for vice president, so he'd be ineffectual.
Really?
And then who died before he became president?
I don't remember.
forgot.
I want to say it's the guy that couldn't fit in the tub, and I may be wrong.
No, it wasn't Taft. Taft was after Teddy. But yeah, so that plan totally backfired.
President before Teddy Roosevelt was Grover Cleveland. I was close. I knew it was a big guy. That's what it says.
No, that's incorrect.
1897.
That's incorrect. Because yeah, it was the president.
Come on, Gert. Show
McKinley?
your history out.
McKinley.
boy.
Yes, that's correct. McKinley, because McKinley died in office. I was gonna say it's the president who died in office. Oh boy. But
Yeah, and then Teddy Roosevelt, I think he won 2 or 3 times. I forgot.
he won twice
And then he was going to go back for another one.
as under the Bull Moose Party because he fucking hated William Howard Taft. They were best buds, but then he grew to hate him because he was a crazy person.
Come on, history professor.
So
Teach me some.
I just know about Teddy because Teddy's ridiculous. Teddy's nuts.
I think it was some French diplomats that tried to take him out to, because he's a famous hunter.
Yeah.
He's always been a famous hunter, and so they had this little bear cub tied to a tree, and they were like, "All right, come on, shoot it, do your thing."
Yeah.
And Teddy just started crying because it was all emaciated and tied to the tree. That's where teddy bears come from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So if that's the case, and he doesn't want to kill bears,
No, he wants to kill bears. He doesn't want them tied to a tree.
tied to a
Yeah.
tree.
Yeah.
It's like a
okay.
sickly baby bear.
So if he wants to kill bears but not tied to a tree, what do you call Dick Cheney?
An asshole.
That sounds about right.
Is he still alive? Because I know.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
still
he
alive.
is, unfortunately, yeah.
He's still
Damn,
alive.
he
He's about
keeps
as
the man
decrepit
alive.
as his tape.
Man is fueled by spite.
Don't call him the white stink meter.
I forgot what president, but because Teddy bears became so
Known.
entwined with Teddy and his political grandstanding. Somebody tried to do the same thing with possums, and it just didn't work out.
No.
That sounds so weird.
It's an animal associated with garbage. Of course it didn't stick.
Right.
And I think possums get a bum rap, but come on. They're not as bad as raccoons.
Yeah.
Raccoons destroy shit. Raccoons are the closest thing we have to gremlins in real life.
Don't talk about raccoons, because New York. Let's not talk about raccoons or squirrels.
Well, actually, everyone brings up Peanut. I actually don't know anything about Fred the raccoon.
Who's Fred the raccoon?
That was his buddy.
Who?
That was the Peanut the squirrel's buddy.
Who's Peanut the squirrel?
Oh no, Gerds. So I'll just give you a summarized version. Yeah.
Is he?
Yes. So what happened
God, I'm
was
glad I'm not that political.
somebody called pest control on the owner who owned a squirrel and a raccoon. And they took the squirrel and euthanized it.
Oh, it was someone's pet?
Somebody's pet.
Oh.
Get this.
Like a sanctuary for wild animals, and they went and invaded his shit, and then he got bit by the squirrel, so they had to euthanize him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the squirrel bit him.
Well,
The squirrel. I'd never heard.
Now, they're saying that they shouldn't have come in and invaded their shit.
Yeah.
I heard that. I didn't hear the squirrel ever bit anyone. I just heard the neighbor.
Yeah, that was the first time
complaining.
actually hearing that. Yeah.
I heard the neighbor complain, and he was making something like $800,000 in Instagram money. I don't know how it
The
exactly
guy with
worked.
the squirrel or the
Yeah.
neighbor
Yeah.
complaining?
The guy who made with the squirrel. Yeah. And he raised the squirrel from a baby because his mother died, which made it even worse.
Okay, so this guy's rich, keeps
Yeah.
vermin that invade his neighbor's place, and he raises a squirrel. A squirrel has a lifespan of 3 years.
They're very short.
Yeah, they raise it from a baby. How long do you have it? 2 weeks.
This squirrel mean a lot to me. I love this squirrel. So yes, no talking about squirrels or raccoons. It's a very touchy subject. The hoes for Harris are donating money.
Hashtag hose for Harris. Raising money to help this dead squirrel.
These hoes. But yeah, wait, what was you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I'm in the ocean right now with all these topics. Whatever happens. Quick topic. This one's for you, Jordan. Because I know Gertz won't care too much. How do you feel about the first rankings that dropped? These are the first official rankings for.
Georgia was 2.
This just dropped today. These are the official rankings for.
AP ranking.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oregon's still undefeated, right?
Oregon's still undefeated.
Oh, I thought Georgia was going to go. Okay, well, let me see. Texas. I'm okay with that. Compared to this weekend, I'm okay with that. And look who's number 11. Them bitches never give up. And they play Ole Miss this weekend too.
Yeah, they play.
No. They play LSU this weekend.
LSU's down here at 15, which actually is for LSU being the top of the SEC right now. Currently, that's kind of weird.
I actually have Alabama beating LSU.
Yeah, probably.
But you called it Texas A&M maybe Fugazi, and lo and behold,
I don't know why Smooth's ranked so high.
point. Texas A&M. Sam, close that door. 6 A&M. Texas A&M.
14.
14. Oh, funny story about that. So the South Carolina head coach, when he won that game, it was his wife's birthday.
Aww.
And he sung Fantasia When I See You. I was like, not this white coach singing his R&B song, but I can't be that surprised. But because he said that the team sings that song,
Yeah.
I think almost every day, and he started singing. I was like, that's such a nice gesture. I'm like, oh, that is so nice. But yeah, you called it. Texas A&M is kind of fugazi. How did they lose to South Carolina 40 to what, 22?
It was a lot.
It's pretty bad. They got their ass whooped. But I think that rank is fine.
See what else we got. Ohio State, Kansas State. Army down here at 25.
I mean, let's be honest here. She wasn't polling well against black voters anyway in Georgia. I mean, she's still going to win the majority black vote in Georgia. But if you compare her total for black votes compared to Biden and Hillary Clinton, she's polling bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, she's still going to win the black vote, but black men, she was polling at the time before I left was 73%. Biden won it at 87%.
Oh, wow.
And then black women, she's at 89%. Biden won at 95%. But Trump, get this, Trump got 23% of black male vote. And he's also doing well with black folks in Pennsylvania. What that tell you? That's crazy.
Is that the state that just got called?
No, Pennsylvania.
I think it was.
That's another fucking state that's gonna be taking long because the bomb threats and niggas threatening and shit.
No, I was looking at the New York Times. The New York Times is projecting that Trump has an 80% chance of winning.
Why wouldn't he? It's about to be a blowout. You called it, but I didn't think you put a name to it.
It was just, I didn't know who was going to be. It was just like the polls were too far left or right that it was just going to be like, this isn't going to be a controversial.
All the polls were a tie.
Yeah, they were.
Not the ones I saw.
Close to tie. No, up to a certain point, they were a tie. And now, you know what the New York Times, I read a New York Times article by the guy who created 538.
Yeah.
Nate Cohen. And he said that, I think I told you this, that once Republicans vote early, they tend not to respond to polls.
Yeah, right.
But that Trump supporters are easily unavailable or can't get contact by because they don't want to respond to the polls. So it's like these polls may be a little skewered.
Yeah. Well, that happened in 2016 too.
Yeah.
It's like Trump voters they tend to be kind of quiet.
Yeah.
They're the loud vocal ones that you see on like Reddit and shit saying
4chan.
saying racist shit, and then they're like a lot of them, they're just like, I want tax breaks.
Yeah. But it's crazy. But other than that, Georgia.
How about this play?
Yeah.
Penalty at 2nd and 15. Harburg has Barney.
Ooh.
Closing quickly was
Wait. Somebody did that on. Was it Eagles? No. It wasn't the Eagles.
Addison, and he's got it.
Somebody on defense did something like that too.
His receiver, the freshman Barney, goes up with conviction.
Ooh.
Addison tries to play the ball with conviction. It goes off the line.
That's crazy athletic.
Nuts. That's awesome.
That's too crazy athletic for me.
Or was it more crazy athletic than this part?
Now locates Barkley out of the backfield.
Oh no, that's mad.
Oh yeah.
There's a video of the teammates on the sideline where DeJean got up and did like this. Davis is like, man, you crazy, man. That nigga, the Kobe Dean, they had to bleep it a whole bunch of times. He's like, man, that nigga crazy. Like,
That's
no
something
one-
that you can't do in a video
you
game.
can't, but he's done that twice.
Oh, he's done that
He's done it
time.
at Penn State, and he's done it here. And it's just like, this is why I said, when you have someone that's healthy and talented on a sorry team, you will never see this type of play before.
Yeah, it's true.
You will never see that.
Yeah. You'll never see someone in a Giants uniform do that.
Hell no. Hell no.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Let's see.
I think it's that.
All right, I don't know.
No, that's not it.
Nah. No one can even catch up to him to jump over.
He's fast as fuck, too. I was surprised about that, too.
Damn.
He got hit in the air and he's like, I do not care.
Yeah. Don't fuck with me. But yeah, that was a good play.
Well, on to our only NBA. Well, we have a couple NBA topics today.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Who? What are we talking about?
Well, first one is fan requested topic, I think by Rakeem. I'm not sure right now. He wanted us to get you all's opinions on Joel Embiid and his situation.
Man, yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny. The two people that already talked about it.
But, okay, wait. Gertz, say your point of view, because I had to think about mine a little bit, but go ahead.
Oh, I mean, you just found another way to not do his job. That's kind of, I found another way to not play basketball for a living, even though he gets paid to play basketball for a living.
Right.
Fuck Joel Embiid, dude. The guy's a clown. That's all I gotta say. Fraudulent MVP clown.
So the whole thing about being suspended and shoving the reporter, I get the emotional aspect. I don't understand why the reporter will bring that up. I mean, I get in context of the story, but I wouldn't have brought up that. The point is to say that Joel Embiid sucks, then say Joel Embiid sucks. But don't say Joel Embiid sucks and it sucks because you use your brother's death to name your child and all this. I just thought that was unnecessary to me.
It was, you could argue it was the reporter holding Joel Embiid accountable for making that claim.
Fair.
But I agree that I wouldn't have done that. That's kind of shitty. You could just say Joel Embiid has been a disappointment, which he has been.
He has. But when he's healthy, he's good. The key word is healthy.
Yeah, when is he healthy?
And let's be honest here as well, too. When he was in the playoffs, I think last year, before they got Paul George, he was atrocious.
Oh, yeah.
Him and James Harden were horrible.
Yeah.
So
they lost to the Knicks, right?
I think
last year in the postseason, I think the Knicks eliminated them.
Yeah, I think you're about right.
Yeah.
I think that is right. So, yeah, they lost to the Knicks. I'm just like, dude, you're really not. I mean, you're good, but you're just meh in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You haven't really proved anything to me in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
He's a fatter James Harden. When it comes to playoff, like he withers in the playoffs.
You can't get no fatter than that.
Is James Harden still there?
Well, I haven't seen Zion. He could be built at this point.
He's
but,
not. I saw him.
So, James Harden's still playing. He's playing for the Clippers.
That's right.
He's still playing for them. And I haven't, you know who else I haven't seen on the court?
Vlade Divac?
No. What era did you stop watching basketball in? What's his name?
He's
This might be the most obscure basketball player I hear way too often. I think it's because people enjoy saying his name.
Right. Marty Divac? Where you been?
So what were you gonna say?
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh yeah, Kawhi. Kawhi. He doesn't play at all anymore, really.
Yeah.
But I don't care because I've heard shouting heads on sports shouting shows be like, why isn't Kawhi Leonard held to the same standard as, like, why isn't he criticized the way Joel Embiid is or James Harden? Players that are famous for getting hurt. It's like, oh, I'll tell you why. Because his coach deported him. And he immediately won a championship with that team he was sent to. And once he did that, it was like, he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
But technically, he's already won 2 championships.
Yes.
I what, 2 or 3?
I think he's won
it's 2.
3.
Oh, is it?
I think he won 2 with the Spurs and then one with the Raptors. And he was the best player on that Raptors team. It's the only the only championship they've ever won. Might be the only championship they ever do win for the foreseeable future.
If it wasn't for that last-minute shot in Game 7.
Oh, against Philly?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I thought Philly would have moved on at that particular point. Or it would have went to overtime. But, yeah, I think at this point he's won 3 championships.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? When he's healthy, he's good for us. But, again, the key word is healthy.
Yeah.
They're doing that load management shit, which I hate. But, yeah, it
says 2-time.
So
okay,
he won
so he
twice.
won one.
Okay,
he won
fair,
one.
fair.
2014, 2019.
Okay. My bad.
But Kawhi is just never healthy. And it sucks, man. He's super fucking talented, man.
He's a big what-if story, which is a shame because, like, his resume is already, like, incredible.
Absolutely.
But if he didn't – and he clearly has, like, a lingering issue, like, with his knees.
Which just sucks. I mean,
So, I mean –
is it knees or knee?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know if it's one knee or if it's both.
Because I kept thinking it was just one knee.
Yeah. But he's an all-time great who's also like, man, what could have been if it weren't for just his health. And unlike Joel Embiid and James Harden, his conditioning is never a question.
Never a question.
Never. So, like,
100% true.
Those guys come across as lazy a lot of the time. Kawhi, I'm like, dude, he has a condition, like a chronic knee problem.
Rakeen is bringing up that NBA viewership is down because of load management.
Yes.
I don't know how you have that many games and load manage, because you can literally probably take a third of the games off, and because more than half the teams make the playoffs, right? If you count the play-in,
they do. If you count the play-in, like, which the play-in is a weird thing because people, like, it's not even the way the records work or stats. Like, it's not like the regular season or the postseason.
No, it's like a one little bubble and then it goes into this. But guess what? Next week is gonna be real fun. You know why?
Why?
In-season tournament.
Oh, who gives a shit?
The end season tournament starts like 2 weeks after the season starts.
Yeah. Well, did it start the same time last year?
I thought it started a little later in the season, but I thought it started like when teams were around like 20 games in or something.
Yeah, but this time is November 12th.
Okay.
And I don't know. At first I was like, okay, because the Lakers won, but now I was just thinking, like, do I really care about this the second time around?
I hated it immediately. And the reason I hated it immediately is because you remember the in-season tournament championship?
Yeah.
It was Lakers-Pacers. And I was like,
oh, no. No, it wasn't the Lakers. Was it the Lakers-Pacers?
Yes, it was. I'm pretty sure. We can look it up, but I'm 95% sure. You don't even remember who you beat in that?
Well, because we played the Pelicans.
Yeah.
And I remember the Pacers, but I thought we played somebody else after the Pacers.
I think
we played the Pacers. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah. Did anyone think those two teams were championship contenders?
Not after that point.
So the teams that everyone thought like were legit, like the Nuggets, the Celtics, they didn't care.
But see, I think that at some point everyone did care to a degree. Everyone wants to be like the first ever champion. But I didn't think it was going to be, oh man, if you win this, you're going to win the NBA championship. Like, no one expected the fucking Lakers to win at that point, or the Pacers.
No, it's just, it gives almost like an elevated platform to teams that haven't earned it by being good.
Yeah.
It's almost, because it had they were trying to treat it like it was like a playoff game type thing, not championship. But it's like these two teams, like, and I'll give the Pacers credit. They did better in the postseason than I expected.
Yeah.
But because I think they got to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Did they?
I think they did. I think were they the last team the Celtics beat?
No, I think it was the Knicks.
Was it the Knicks?
I think it was the
No, the Knicks lost to the Pacers.
Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's only a year ago.
Yeah.
No, wait. It was this year.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot.
right. Yeah, it was like 7 months ago or something like that.
No, I already forgot. The season started so soon. I'm like, man, who gives a shit at this point?
So.
This is where they changed the
Floors.
Yes.
Yeah.
I do like that. Yeah. Some of them are nice and some of them just look basic.
So you just took acid.
That's pretty much sums it up just right.
If you like Technicolor basketball courts, yeah, looked like your sweatshirt, Sam.
Well, in general, Jordan, what are your impressions for the NBA so far? Like, I know it's way too early to make a deep guess about what's going to happen, but
Are you
I mean,
pleased with JJ?
To some degree. I mean, I think that our defense, we're still horrible at threes.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't improved there, but honestly, I think the Lakers are okay right now. I think that once we start getting our healthy pieces back, because I mean we're missing two people, but once we finally settle in, I think we'll be all right. I think we just need to find our rhythm and go from there and be consistent. But other than that, the NBA this season, I normally don't give a shit in the beginning of the season because it's just everybody's trying to figure shit out.
Yeah, I'm of the same mindset.
And then once December, January roll around, then I'll be like, okay, now we got to be serious here because this right now is like make or break. Right now, I think we like 6 or 7. I'm like, we're fine, you know. But teams tend to actually roundabout. How's it say? They tend to round up in shape or like get into playing shape around January. So I'm just like, give us some time. And then once January comes around, that's when I'll take it serious. But it's okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, once we get close to the trade deadline, that's when I really perk up and like really start paying attention because like the NBA, it's so player dependent. One move can change the dynamic of a whole conference.
Everything.
Yeah.
I forgot they also have like a trade deadline too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, normally around February?
I think
after
that's
the
right.
All-Star game.
See, that's when I feel like they start trying. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, I think you're pretty right about that. Like, there's times where they just don't look like they give a shit.
Yeah,
right.
Which is a whole other problem.
That's why I thought it was funny, like because I've seen a couple things.
He's pretty much up.
But that's why I thought it was funny when they make a big deal about like the NBA on Christmas, and it's like I don't want to watch 3 stars that don't even really want to be there.
Yeah, I like how the NFL said that's ours now.
Yeah.
The season of giving, give us Christmas.
But normally they have games that start at what 11, and then they don't end until 10:30, 11
Oh yeah.
on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
But some of those games, I'm like, I don't want to see that shit. Who the fuck gives a damn about these games, man? I don't give a fuck.
Milwaukee is playing the Kings.
That's another disappointment.
Which one?
Milwaukee.
Yeah. Well, they got Doc Rivers.
That's literally what Keon Sloan is asking about. Does anybody want Doc Rivers with 1-6 Damian Lillard and
that's another motherfucker right there. Damian Lillard.
I have been on the anti-Dame train for a while, actually, for a few years. I was like, he's good, but when he was on the top 75 team, and I was like, what the fuck? No, hell no, he hasn't done anything. He's never even reached the finals.
Small thing. You remember I told you about Iowa and that +3 bullshit? He just won the motherfucker.
Oh fuck.
Anyways, Damian Lillard disappoints me
Yes,
because
disappoints everyone.
you pretty much was entire Portland team, even with CJ McCollum.
Yeah.
You were the team, and now you got help, and you don't give him over the hump.
No.
I feel like they were better with Drew Holiday than they were with Damian Lillard.
They 100% were. J. Rue plays defense. Dame does not.
It sounds like you about to say Ja Rule.
No.
J. Rue.
I call him J. Rue because that's how he spells his name.
His mother tried to be special. It's just like, no, it wasn't.
I've
his,
never
man.
seen Drew spelled that way.
Jeru.
J-Roo. J-Roo's great. He just won. Yeah, he was on the Celtics. Right?
Yeah.
So he's just won another championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, J-Roo. He plays defense. He can get hot from three.
Absolutely.
He's a good glue guy. Like Dame shoots threes, and he can pass.
He'll get to the paint. He'll get to the paint every now and then, but he shoots threes, pass, and he can get to the paint every so often.
Yeah.
But that's it.
He'll
He don't
draw
play defense.
No, he'll draw fouls in the regular season, but postseason when the refs swallow their whistles, he's
They're like, you better play on, motherfucker. You ain't that special in the playoffs. Shit, you better get your ass about it. So yeah, that was kind of a disappointment, and maybe they'll come on, or maybe they'll come alive late in the season. But the Mavs are just like, they're pretty average too.
And their best player's fat. I mean,
It's like we expect this type of play from Jokic. Damn, what's his name? I forgot his fucking name.
Jokic?
No, fat.
No,
Luka?
No, Mavericks fat.
Oh,
Luka.
Luka. Sorry, I was like, where am I going with this? But
Luka Doncic.
Luka, pretty much, we expect that top 10 play all the time.
Yeah.
But when he gets to the playoffs, I think Boston was a good example of what I've been complaining about Luka for the longest. He makes the game unbearable for me. All the crying he does, he stays on the ground,
God, yeah.
jumps up and down and try to get the. I'm like, bro, just play, man, please, just fucking play.
Yeah.
But he makes the game unbearable.
Yeah. He's not fun to watch.
No.
Definitely not.
I don't like watching millionaire crybabies who are fat. I don't like that.
Dad bod.
No, that's an insult to dad bods. Luka ain't trucking people over the way
true.
Mahomes was.
Better eat some more pork chops.
So this next topic is mine, just because we hit the halfway point this season.
Fair.
And if you were to try to do a mock draft right now, it'd be pretty hard to do.
Yeah.
Because there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams with
A lot of bad teams.
But here's my question, though. Why don't the NFL do the same thing that the NBA do when they do the lottery pick? You know how they do.
This is a
the
little bit more
lottery
fair.
thing?
I see what you're saying,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
they're trying to balance things out.
I mean,
Also, the NBA is a little bit. It doesn't make as much sense the way their draft works. Maybe you can explain it to me one day, because you can draft people from throughout the world, right? Like it's not just college.
You have foreign players like Wemby, but I just thought that would be a different idea. Like if all of them have the same lousy ass record, like they're all losers, then do like an NBA lottery and be like, okay, this person has a high percentage.
I
of
don't
getting
know
the number one
about
pick.
another time that I've ever watched football that has ended with this many people, this deadlock to finishing at the bottom kind of thing.
Yeah,
I know, and I do know some of them will pick up, but I mean, of these 2-win teams, maybe the Dolphins and the Browns are going to get a couple of the wins, but these other teams are going to stay in the bottom for sure.
Yeah, fair. That's another thing I do want to get rid of. That's too many goddamn rounds for the NFL. I mean, we're at 7.
Oh, we're talking about the draft?
Yeah. That's too many good goddamn rounds. You got what? 1 round on Thursday.
1 round on Thursday,
and
2
then
on Friday.
2 on Friday.
Yeah.
And the rest is.
And then 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday.
I don't think there is 1 on Sunday. I think it's all on Saturday.
Nigga, goddamn. That's a whole event. That's like watching Roots.
I do not watch the draft.
I don't either.
We make him watch the draft. but-
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I pay like no attention to the draft really.
It's just too long.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't actually my question. The question isn't focused on the draft, but it's just with the NFL being capable of bouncing back, like we saw the Texans. Which 2-win team do you think has the best chance of having a good season next year?
Boy.
That's a good question. I think which 2-win team?
2-win team. So Tennessee Titans and down.
I think the Giants.
Boy,
Because they'll be out of the Daniel Jones contract, correct?
But they don't have a. They have. I think
What's their
you got to have a couple of pieces, and the Giants still have no O line. That's why I wouldn't pick the Giants.
That's true. They have a good receiver. But yeah.
So here's my arguments real quick. For what I'll make for a couple teams. The Patriots have their quarterback.
They were one I was thinking about for sure. Yeah.
So they just got to get some pieces around him. The Saints have a lot of pieces, but they don't have a quarterback
well, the quarterback is hurt.
Or a head coach.
or a head
That's
coach.
true.
Yeah.
Mike Vrabel.
And
He ain't going there.
And I don't actually understand the Jacksonville Jaguars and how they're not at least okay.
The Saints cap situation is also terrible.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. They're like way over the cap. So, yeah.
The Saints are about to pay for about 8 years of cap crimes.
Yeah, they're in a bad spot.
They're in the same boat with Carolina. Are they not?
Oh, is Carolina's cap situation bad too?
Because I thought they pretty much have no draft room at all. Or not draft room, but to collect picks. I thought they did. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I don't know what their situation is.
Yikes.
But, so yeah, the Patriots, I still don't know about their coach.
I don't either.
You don't
really.
you don't know about Gerard Mayo?
I do not.
You're not a fan of mayonnaise?
Well, no. Mayonnaise is fucking gross. It's slimy garbage. Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of like, I kind of get an Antonio Pierce vibe from him a little bit. Where
I do too.
I'm like, why you say that? Why you say dumb shit on the mic? Like,
he can't help it.
and does he call the defense for them? He's a defensive
I don't
coach,
know.
I think, right?
I don't know anything about the
Yeah,
Patriots.
well, I don't know anything.
No one's paid attention to the Patriots to know.
I think he probably is a defense guy because he played defense, did he not?
Yes, he did.
I saw them for a little bit, and I was like, oh, their quarterback is actually pretty good. And then
Drake May's good.
Drake May's good.
Yeah.
Tommy's ahead. Right, Tommy? You go back. Tommy, you think he's? But Tommy's a fan of him. I like him too.
The Jags, they're gonna fire Dougie P, so they're gonna be looking for a new coach, and I don't think Trevor's it. The Titans they're
I don't know anything about the Titans enough to see how they would turn it around
They're-
either.
I mean, they have Buchanan. They just hired him. I always say give it a year or two,
that's fair. Yeah.
and then I can be like, okay, now we can measure if this quarterback or this coach should stay there or not.
There is something about like there's truth to that, and at the same time, I mean, I was pretty bullish on Dan Campbell early. And initially, I think his first year they were 3-13. Like they did not look, but they still looked better than they did before they hired him.
Yeah.
A lot of these teams look worse than they did last year. Like the Giants look even worse than they did last year.
Well, last year they didn't do anything last year, right?
No.
Well, shit, they beat us.
But like the Titans definitely look worse than they did last year.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, firing Mike Vrabel was really stupid. Yeah, the Saints look worse than they did last year.
But wait, they gave Mike Vrabel a chance. They gave Mike Vrabel a chance. He was there for 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, but he wasn't the problem when they fired him. We were all shocked. At least I was when they fired Mike Vrabel.
Yeah.
I mean, he did go to the playoffs. He did beat the Patriots at that year.
He got them to an AFC
like-
Championship game.
He was like coach of the year before he got fired.
yeah, and that with a pretty notoriously bad roster. That was the thing. Everyone's like the Titans.
They just
roster.
ran the ball.
Yeah, they had Derrick Henry and D Hop
Yeah.
and that was about it. Everything else on that team, like Ryan Tannehill, I hope he got a game ball from the Bengals because he's the only reason Joe Burrow sniffed a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
So yeah, it's hard because a lot of these. I mean, one of them will bounce back, but it's hard to say which one. I'm leaning towards the Giants because I think once they get out, once Daniel Jones is gone.
You talking about that's when they can truly rebuild?
I think they'll have some fucking hope.
But I mean, how much rebuilding they have to do?
I mean, Mark,
It's going to be a while.
I think Dayball, he's a good coach. Sometimes. If he can't build up a good O-line, then he should be fired. That's fair. He kind of got screwed, and he looks so pissed every game. He looks so mad.
I would be too.
Yeah, it's like, wait, you let Saquon walk so you could give this great white doofus a contract?
That wasn't Daboll. I blame the GM.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Daboll's mad about that situation. Yeah. Daboll did his job too well. He made the GM think, oh yeah, Daniel Jones might be our guy.
But right. Well, they saw that one playoff run that they did.
Exactly, when they beat the Vikings.
Beat the Vikings.
Yep.
And then they were like, yeah, we got to sign Daniel Jones. I think he's going somewhere. He hasn't hit his peak yit. And then he did.
No, that was his peak.
That was his peak.
A playoff win.
Playoff? Yeah, he hit the peak already. He's done.
Yeah, if I had to pick two, I'd say Patriots and Giants. Though they both still have question marks for sure. I don't trust the Jags.
I mean, the chances of any of these teams being a playoff team next year is low. But
one of them will do it.
One of them will.
How come nobody's saying the Browns?
Deshaun's contract is still in play next year, I believe.
But they can just bench him, right?
Yeah, but they still got to pay him, so they're gonna be limited with who they can get.
See what happens when y'all give dog-ass quarterbacks them dog-ass contracts, man. Somebody who shouldn't even deserve that, but you know what? He is a stand-up guy. He's very distinguished in the black community. Black men for Kamala. I mean, everything. He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
Well, on to your topic, flex games.
I was waiting.
Oh yeah.
It's a quick one because I had two of them. It's a quick one. So I think I answered my question last week when I said, can the NFL? Let me pull it up. Can the NFL flex in games? Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is we talked about, well, why the hell did they send the Jags and Patriots to London, right?
I don't think they can flex those games. Is that what you meant?
No. Well, I thought they could, but apparently they did. Because let me see if I can find it.
I think the Giants and the Panthers are playing in Germany.
What game is that they are flexing out? I'm gonna look it up. Flex game. But yeah, apparently they're flexing out a game for. Yeah, so the NFL flex scheduling. So they're gonna move the Bengals and the Chargers to Sunday night in Week 11, replacing the Chargers and the Jets. I think it is. Let me see. Bengals Chargers game in Week 11 moved to Sunday night, replacing Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. Mm-hmm. So apparently they're flexing out that game because it's like nobody wants to see that dog ass game between the Jets. So now they flex them out. So that makes me think that they can pretty much do that now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think with certain games, because I mean, like games overseas or games on like holidays.
Yeah.
Like Thanksgiving is weird because like the Lions and the Cowboys both have it like in their contract with the NFL.
I didn't know it was in their contract. I thought that was just like a tradition thing.
Sorry, they're switching out Cincinnati Bengals and the Chargers to Sunday night, and replacing and they're gonna move the Jets and the Colts to the afternoon, which is about right.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants to see that dog ass game either.
No, Marcos will. Marcos will want to see Flacco outplay Rodgers.
Yeah, I know he do, but I think that's a good decision. Anthony Richardson can't be back.
He's not being back.
He could be back.
No.
I mean, he's not hurt. He's benched.
He's tired. He can't go back in.
But he could be back and play. He'd be like, you know what? I learned my lesson. I found the error.
If he learned how to throw a ball, then
I think he can probably. Well, you know what? You never know. I think Flacco's in the booth right now teaching this young man the mechanics.
No, he's not. You saw Flacco with Lamar. He's like, I'm not teaching him shit. I want this job.
I saw somebody make a really smart video about Flacco where he's just like, dude, I just love playing football, so I go wherever bad quarterbacks are. And it's like, well, where are you heading to next? And then he wears a Jaguars shirt.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds about right.
Yeah. No, it is smart. That's really that's a good business decision.
I have faith in him that he will get better.
Anthony Richardson?
Yes. And he will be available on the 11th, and he will show out.
I mean, he's fun to watch. I mean, when I saw that stat line when he was like 4 for 19 for 100 yards or something, something like that, I was like, how?
But at least he didn't throw an interception.
I don't think he did. Yeah, I don't. Think
So
he did.
that's kind of successful.
His completion percentage is like 40.
Yeah, it was like 33%
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah, it's
But-
well under half.
But he didn't throw an interception. We have to look at the positives now. We got to lift him up. Lift me up.
What up,
Rihanna?
Elijah?
The positive is Flacco right there on our sideline. Get him in. He has a completion percentage of at least 50. We'll put him in.
You never know. Look, I think the Colts are pretty legit. I just think y'all need a good quarterback.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But you're stuck with two.
You're stuck with an old man who doesn't get tired. And an inaccurate young man who gets tired.
It's pretty much true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my life. And the last requested topic we have, and this was actually one you wanted to talk about as well.
Oh my God.
Home for his brother. But Jason Kelce was just
Oh, yeah.
in state when some random guy came up to him and asked him how it feels knowing that his brother is I can't say it, but it is a
Bundle of sticks.
Yeah.
A baguette.
because of dating Taylor Swift. Jason did not.
So the story is, he was at a Penn State game, and somebody walked up to him and said, "Hey, how does it feel that your brother's a baguette? Censor, because he's dating Taylor Swift." He took his phone and smashed it. That didn't bother me. What bothered me is on Monday night, he apologized. For what?
And we will get to all of that, but
Yeah.
Jason, I know you got some stuff on your mind, and I want to give you the floor to say what's on your mind.
Yeah, listen, I think everybody's seen on social media everything that took place this week. I just want to listen. I'm not happy with anything that took place. I'm not proud of it, and in a heated moment, I chose to greet hate with hate, and I just don't think that that's a productive thing. I really don't. I don't.
Bitch.
Did he have that chunky soup company be like, you better apologize?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Buffalo Wild Wings was like, hey.
But I'm just
Stop
thinking, why would you need to apologize?
He's just a nice guy. I think that's what
But
it comes
still.
down to. That's his. It's
I
funny
agree.
because it's for his image. Like, it sucks.
I'm making jokes. He does come across as a guy that, even though I think I'm with you, he was justified in doing what he did, but
I don't think Gronk would have apologized.
Gronk would not have. And I think Jason does seem like a genuinely, like, I'll say, he seems like a really sweet guy too.
Yeah.
So he's like, man, because he's thinking, it's like, man, that dumbass can't afford a new phone.
But at the same time, I'm thinking, you're lucky that the only thing that was broken was your phone.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that guy should be counting his lucky stars.
I'm showing you. You want to know what 5 Negroes look like? It's this right here. Okay, I would have punched that guy in the face because you're not gonna disrespect my brother in my. Somebody brought up a good point, and this is what I've been saying before. Social media has emboldened.
Oh yeah, it has.
Individuals to thinking that they can talk shit to any celebrity and not have any consequences. Please do not believe that. Social media is not real life.
No.
Okay, these are grown folks. They carry guns and sticks. Okay, they will whoop your fucking ass. Don't think that you can just talk shit to a celebrity and think that they won't do anything. That's outrageous to believe that.
Especially when that celebrity made a living fighting like 300 plus pound men and is one of the best to ever do that.
Yes. He's going to the Hall of Fame. You
Yes,
don't think you would throw
immediately.
your ass around as well too,
Yeah.
like one of those linemen?
He would ragdoll you.
Like, who does that?
I mean,
it's as bad a move as those 3 dudes that try to jump Cam Newton. I think
that was an all-time
Who
bad move.
thought that was a good idea? What person in that group said, I think we can take Cam Newton, man? Yeah, me too. And they walked up on him, they saw he's 6'5". I'm like, fuck.
The only way to win a fight with Cam Newton is roll a football at his feet, and he'll jump out of the way, and then you strike.
Well,
There you go. Like, bitch.
on the note of Cam Newton and Anthony Richardson, Cam Newton actually on his podcast was talking about how, dude, I am still getting hate mail for not jumping on the football.
As he should.
I mean, what can you do at this point? Just accept it and say, you know what, I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, he already, it's like, what?
Yeah, he had a bitch moment.
Yeah, and that's what he was saying. He's like, Anthony, I don't think you understand like what it's like to be a quarterback. What it's like, because I didn't, and I fucked up.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
for him to come at that from that perspective is nice. Because
man, shut up, bitch.
Because I think people, especially Panthers fans, are well within their right. It's like, it's not that you didn't recover the ball.
Yeah,
it's that you did the opposite of trying.
Right.
You jumped out. Didn't he say, like, I made a career choice, a business decision? It's like, dude, it's the Super Bowl, and you're made out of peanut brittle. Like, get on the fucking ball, or at least try. At least try.
Motherfucker.
If he had fought for the ball but wasn't able to recover it, people would be like, man, that sucks.
Yeah.
But no, it's.
You lost, bitch.
He jumped out of the way. Like it was a rattlesnake or something. Oh!
You know that Mahomes commercial that for the Apple Intelligence, and when Mahomes go into the Apple store, that white woman jumped back like that? I said, that's about Cam Newton. Cam Newton did the same exact thing.
Oh, man.
But, geez, I would never apologize. What would y'all do?
I wouldn't apologize. Like, I might have. I wouldn't have hit him, but I might have shaked him. That's probably like what it.
Yeah. If someone insults my family members, I'm like, whatever, man, I don't care. I probably would just ignored him to begin with, like not engaged. I mean, if he was like putting his phone up in my face, then I might have just like taken it and like tossed it to the side.
It is kind of funny because most players wouldn't walk down a street like that.
No, but Jason Kelce's like beloved, so.
And he was in Pennsylvania. So why would anyone?
Dude, the mob will kick your ass.
Yeah, like why would anybody feel that way while walking about somebody? Like, how does it feel? Like, what?
Yeah,
I've heard Derrick Henry used to just walk around Nashville, like, because who's gonna do something to?
Right. and it's like everyone knows who he is as soon as he just walks into a room. It's like this 6'4", 250-pound man comes walking in here. It's like, oh yeah, we know who he is.
Yeah, we're pretty intimidated from this guy.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. All right, guys. Attaboys.
Oh, you look at me.
I'm actually kind of a loss because I don't think anyone played tremendously well or tremendously bad this week.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it.
My attaboy is these hoes for Harris. No, my attaboy, I don't really know. You know what? No.
I'll go Jahmyr Gibbs.
Jahmyr Gibbs, Devonta Smith. That one-handed catch in the end zone, toe tapping both feet. That's my attaboy. I would go for Saquon, but that's too easy. But that'll be my attaboy.
Oh, yes. You know what? Yeah, you know what? That's a great one, Sam. I'll use that. The kicker for the Bills, because he missed an extra point. And then, he missed an extra point, but then he won the game by nailing a 61-yard field goal. I was going to say Saquon, but no, we need a little bit more kicker love on this show. We rag on kickers a lot.
Yeah, we do hate on kickers an awful lot.
Yeah. We do.
Bro Hop picked DeAndre Hopkins.
He showed out.
Yeah, that's a good one. He was great.
He shut Tommy up about DeAndre Hopkins being fragile and not ever wanting to play.
Upset. Yeah. But anyway, that's my attaboy. But yeah, we got to show some love to kickers. 61 yards. It's not even becoming like challengeable anymore. Like,
no. Yeah.
I thought, what's his name?
I know, bro. I see people miss extra points.
But I do.
Yeah.
True. But I also thought that Sebastian Janikowski, no one's going to ever kick longer than him. And now you got cats kicking from 52, 53 yards, 55 yards. I'm like, damn, they're going to be like, somebody's going to be like 65 yards one day.
Tucker already did it.
He did.
Yeah, Justin Tucker has the current record for 65 yards. He did it to beat the Lions. It made Dan Campbell cry.
Yeah, it's possible. We're going to push it out further. 70 yards.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to get there.
There's going to be a 70-yard field goal one day.
Raheem, damn, say it with your chest. He said,
Tom Bowles, take a lap.
He said, "Top balls, take a lap with your bald head bitch ass." Not going for two. Damn, I can understand bitch ass, but not bald headed bitch ass.
He knows that Todd Bowles always looks like he just smelled a fart.
We can't play the game.
He sounds like he has a higher pitched voice than you'd expect.
Dude,
dog is just like.
Quick topic because I don't know what there is really to say, but do you see what Jameis said after he got LASIK?
Oh yeah.
Remind me, and you told me about it, but refresh my memory.
Let me see if I can pull out the quote verbatim because I did save the image. Yeah, Bruce Arenas did a podcast, and it was like, "Oh, did it make you mad that Jameis got LASIK eye surgery, and that so he was spent half his career with you, not being really able to see anything?" It's like, no, it didn't make me mad, but I thought it was funny that he said, walked up to him and was like, "Bro, I thought you were black."
Yeah.
Now, wait. I've had blurry vision before. I can tell when someone's white. Even before my surgery here, I can tell when somebody's white. Bruce Arians is not that tan.
No, he's red, if anything.
Yeah. Wait. How far of a conversation did you have where you couldn't even tell the man was white? Were you this far away?
You know, LASIK doesn't fix color blindness, Jameis.
Lord have mercy, man. How did you do that?
But Bruce Arians has always been an advocate for black people in the community and in the NFL. So maybe his stances on those issues, along with Jameis's shitty vision, it's just like, oh,
fair.
He's down for the cause.
He's down for the cause. Oh, so you defend Bruce Arians, but you can't defend Deshaun Watson, who's also a
Who's better for the black community, Bruce Arians or Deshaun Watson? Oh, no.
You'd make that racial draft tomorrow.
Oh, no.
The black community select Deshaun Watson. He was a part of the Black Man for Kamala.
Remember when Antonio Brown accused Bruce Arians of being racist?
Yeah.
And everyone was like, shut the fuck up. Like, no.
Shut your dumb ass up with that shit.
He's one of the few coaches who genuinely gives a shit about race issues in the NFL. Shut up.
I don't think this take a lap has been given, so
okay.
I just think it needs to be said. The whole offensive line for the Houston Texans.
Damn, you took. You got more specific than I would, but yes.
Well, it's just that I went out for Halloween. I went to a sake bar, and then when I came home, I was like, they really be like. I was in bed, and it was like they're chipping away at this lead. Like, why? And it was just because C.J. Stroud didn't have more than 3 seconds in the pocket.
You guys ass kicked that game.
Surprisingly.
Yeah.
I don't know who my take a lap is. I honestly don't know. I mean,
Todd Bowles. No.
Can I pick Jerry Jones to take a lap for?
See, here's the thing. I've already made comments in the chat about if the Cowboys don't have a successful season this year, people are going to go back to that comment saying we're going all in.
They already are.
They already are.
Yeah.
But it's going to be even more when it comes to the end of the season because it's saying you gave Dak this big-ass contract. You didn't get anybody else. They're going to look at you crazy like, man, you had Derrick Henry available and he wanted to play for you?
Yeah.
And you didn't want to get him?
You didn't even call him.
DeAndre Hopkins?
Mm-hmm.
What? You had him available. You just didn't want to pay him. Or you just didn't manage or do a good strategy. So, yes, I would say take a lap Jerry Jones, but at this particular point, it's like, why what's the point?
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry Jones has lost in two ways, like just with trades.
Yeah.
One is he didn't make a play for DeAndre Hopkins or anybody else, and he gave up a 4th rounder for Mingo from fucking Carolina. And then the one that's more hilarious is that trading Amari to the Browns for a 5th, and then the Browns trade Amari for a 3rd.
Yeah.
2 years.
Tells you a lot about your stupid strategy.
Yep, he's a horrible GM.
Motherfucker.
He's pretty good at drafting players, but that's about it.
Yeah. I think most of that is his son, too.
That's right, because didn't Jerry want Johnny Manziel?
Jerry wanted Johnny Manziel
and his
really
son
bad.
was like, no, Dad, go to bed.
And I think they got Frederick instead. Their the guy that was their center for like 5 years.
Okay.
Bad. I don't know who that. Yeah, you go.
Oh, might take a lap. The Bears. We got mollywopped by the Cardinals. Like, wrecked.
Oh, somebody in the chat, I don't know if they're still here, but they were a Cards fan. I was like, oh, our first Cardinals fan.
That's rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the Bears, man. Everybody on that team is sorry. The defense looked atrocious. Caleb looks bad, and their coach is clueless. I can't just point at one person and say they're the problem. I guess unless you wanted to point at management, like team, whoever owns the team.
Yeah. Well, on to pick'ems.
It's a very short show today. The time actually matches.
Yes, it does.
I just realized that. The time,
bro, I spent this whole time being like, I need to rush it up. Yeah, no.
We're actually at 10:16.
There's Let's Go Cards still here.
Nice. Congratulations.
So I just want to let you know the Cards are the reason why I'm winning fantasy. Just putting in James Conner, occasionally putting in Marvis and Harrison Jr.
Yep.
And Kyler Murray sometimes, though this week he got me 3 points.
Kyler's been good this season. People have been saying he's stepped up in maturity. He's not spending so much time playing Call of Duty anymore.
Dude, I spent this whole time being like, we need to hurry up the show. It's 11:15.
Yeah, it's
I'm fine with it.
Yeah,
it's a minute behind. But
I was actually gonna ask if we wanted, since it's just us for the sports show most of the time, we wanted to push it to 7:30 or something. But we'll talk about that later. Thanks for not hating on us so much. Why would I hate on the Cards? They're like,
no, they're fun.
Yeah, I've always kind of liked the Cards.
Kyler, I know we rag on him for being small and for playing video games too much, but he's one of my favorite players to watch. He's really entertaining. He's so small and fast.
True.
Well, first game that we got, it's an AFC North matchup. The Bengals at the Ravens.
Oh, I got Bengals at the Ravens. I got the Ravens in this one.
Ravens.
I mean, the Ravens just mollywopped on the Broncos by 30 points.
Surprising. I thought that was going to be a close game.
I thought so, too.
I thought it would be, too.
And then, lo and behold, dun.
And people are buying too much Bengals stock right now.
Why?
They beat the Raiders by 3 scores. It's the Raiders. Beating the Raiders is the football equivalent of tying your shoes.
The Raiders are there at they're one of those 2-7 teams.
Who said that?
Just every sports shouting.
There's a lot of sports people. They really like, it's Joe Burrow.
Yes.
They just like Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I don't even like Joe Burrow at this point. Like, why would anybody say some dumb
They
shit?
look the same with Jake Browning last year. Or was it? Yeah, it was last year.
Jake Browning is also really good for a backup.
Yeah. So my point being, Joe Burrow is good, but he's overrated.
And then the worst thing to happen in Germany since 1946.
Oh, yeah. Yup. People are like, what? And then they see this, like, oh, yeah.
Like, you got a point.
The Giants and the Panthers.
Man.
I'm going to pick the Panthers.
I'm picking the Giants.
I'm picking the Panthers.
Point, in Carolina or New York?
It's in Germany.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, God damn it.
Fuck. I'd fuck me.
The Patriots at the Bears.
This is a hard one.
At the Bears, I'm going to pick the Bears.
I'm going to pick the Bears, but man,
That's a tough choice. I get it.
Those are two teams that are at the exact opposite spectrum right
so
now.
Much.
Like the Patriots feel like they're kind of riding high a little bit, even though they're not good, but they're like, oh, like we got our quarterback and the future has, like it's looking a little bright. The Bears look dead.
As fuck.
Yeah, so I guess I'll pick Bears. Maybe they'll bounce back.
I want to pick the Pats.
I want to too, just because it's been fun watching.
In Chicago, I had to pick the Bears. I can't go against the Pats. Especially that dumbass interception he threw at the end. Dumb fucker.
Damn, I got to be the 4% on this next game.
Ooh.
But the Bills at the Colts. I'm going to take the Colts.
Sucker, I'm going Bills.
I don't blame you guys.
And when he leaves, I'm going to give him a hug and say it's going to be fine.
Yeah. Potential upset here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, you're picking the Broncos over the Chiefs?
I said potential. I'm not stupid. I'm picking the Chiefs, but the Broncos are going to get them once.
Do you think so?
I don't think this year.
Oh, they played them twice?
Yeah, because they're in the same division.
They're both in the
that's
AFC
right.
West.
Yeah.
They'll catch them slipping. But
I think the Chargers have a better chance of catching them once.
that's fair. But
The Chiefs are not going to go undefeated. For sure, they're not.
No,
not.
no one does.
But like the Bills have a shot at beating them. I think the Chargers do too, and I think the Broncos might get them once. I mean, 14-3 is very reasonable.
I don't feel comfortable in the Bills beating the fucking.
Oh, I will pick the Chiefs to win that game. But if you were to ask me which team do you think is most likely to beat the Chiefs?
Oh, they're playing the
It would be
Bills.
the Bills.
Watch the Panthers fucking win this somehow.
That'd be
They have nothing to lose. You know those teams that have nothing to lose are always the ones that come back and win.
still. Oh my God, that happened.
Bitches.
Yeah, if that happened, fire everyone.
Actually-
I'm just kidding. Imagine they fired Andy Reid for that. They would not.
No, they would.
No.
3-time champion? No.
No.
Is it at Houston or at?
It would be. It's in
Arrowhead.
Arrowhead. Yeah. Doesn't have an at it. They play us on Christmas, I think, in Pittsburgh. I think that game is on Christmas Day.
What are you doing? Just gasping over there.
Yeah.
Somebody won North Carolina. They're calling it.
Oh, I know that one was already going to go that way.
Yeah.
The Falcons at the Saints. Pick the Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons.
Me too.
The 49ers.
The Bucks are coming off a short week.
Niner.
But they're going to Tampa. There's always the
But
West
Tampa's
Coast
not-
theme.
Tampa's
always
not undefeated at home.
No, it's not that. There's something that normally happens when they go
For the
4
West
time
to-
zones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it only happens when you go west to east. Like east to west doesn't matter.
Fair. I'll still pick the Niners, but I'm not.
Hey
as
man, I
confident.
can't pick the exact same thing as Gertz. I'll never catch him.
I'll never get there, man. Fuck.
Speaking of picking different from Gertz,
Yeah.
the Commanders at the
Steelers
at the Steelers.
Commanders at the Steelers.
Steelers at Commanders.
Steelers at the Commanders.
Playing Washington.
Hey,
CMC
I like the
returns
team.
this week. How the fuck did CMC come back?
it still don't make a difference.
No.
One bus and he's done.
They dropped CMC in like a vat of stem cells. How did he come back?
Right. Exactly. I like the Steelers' chances. Didn't the Redskins pick up the?
They picked up
cornerback?
Lattimore.
They picked up Lattimore today. I don't think it'll make a significant difference. I think the Washington Redskins defense is like wishy-washy, but I like the Steelers.
I think that Lattimore might make a difference since Quinn is there, and he's pretty good at making okay pieces work. That's what the Cowboys are missing. They literally got rid of this mad scientist that makes all these C and B level
But
parts
you still
better.
have Diggs, right? You still got you talking about coordinators, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I like.
Diggs has massively fallen off in the last 2 years.
I still like him.
I still like him, but yeah. But
I think he's okay, but I don't know. I don't know if they'll make it.
I like him because
better.
he's quiet. That's what basically.
Well, he wasn't quiet with one of those reporters. He was like he said D's nuts to him or something like that. Shit. He was mad as a motherfucker, man.
The Vikings
I'm
go.
going Steelers, obviously.
Yeah, it's okay. Now I can catch up. Now it's the same. It's not as bad as the Bills though. The Vikings going down to Jacksonville.
Oh, Vikings. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on,
I'm
man.
shocked Dougie P still has a job.
Might not after that week.
You remember that on ESPN when they used to do that? Come on, man. You remember that?
I do.
Brian Flores is about to tape a picture of Tua's face over Trevor Lawrence.
Hey,
Just
whatever
imagine
makes him.
Tua with Trevor's hair. Make Brian Flores see red. Be like that bull in Looney Tunes.
Damn, Cruz blew.
Damn,
blew
is
out.
this one the fuck that I think this is the week that TJ gets back just based on this matchup. Titans versus the Chargers.
Chargers.
All day.
And then it's not a Sunday night matchup. The Eagles at the Cowboys.
Sunday afternoon on CBS.
Oh, this Sunday?
Yeah.
We gonna be. Really?
You can try to leave after if you want.
That's the afternoon game, right? Like 3?
It would finish at 5. We can stop in Abilene and watch it, and then can keep driving.
Is Abilene midpoint?
Midpoint, yeah, 3 hours. I wouldn't mind doing that.
Okay.
I mean, the game will be over in a half. You could leave.
Yeah, it will kind of be over.
By the time we get home, it'll be, what, 8, 9 o'clock? Yeah. Fuck it. I don't care. Let's do it.
I'm off the next day anyway.
Lucky you.
Veterans Day, bro.
Oh, shut up.
I got free Denny's, free Texas Roadhouse, free.
I get free shit.
I got an I voted sticker, and I didn't get any of that.
You know what's funny is I went to 2 places that were like, "Hey, here, we are offering free beer for voting," and I didn't get it.
You didn't get it? A bet? Why are you showing me people crying, man? Jordan, come on.
He had no neck.
But he had tears in his eyes.
It's going straight from chin to chest. Sorry, that is not appropriate. Stop it, Gertz. Why did you tell me about that?
I'm crying. I'm not laughing. This is a heartbreak.
Sorry, go ahead.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now. Jets at Cardinals. I'll pick the Cardinals.
Jets at Cardinals?
Yeah.
I like this newfound glory of the Jets. Jets.
I'm picking the Cardinals in honor of our Cardinals fan that's there somewhere.
I'm picking the Cardinals in honor of good football. The Jets are trash.
This guy.
No wonder fucking Jets. Tommy didn't want to come into work this week.
Yeah. Yeah, he's about to. Ooh, he's going to be sore on Monday.
They lost to Aaron Rodgers. Now they got to go play Papa Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Who they play?
The Lions.
Yeah.
Houston?
Yeah, Lions are going.
In Detroit?
No, it's in Houston, but I don't know if that helps.
It does not. Lions are embarrassing.
I'm going to hang my hat on Houston. I think Houston's going to be like...
The team with no O-line?
I'm going to hang my hat.
They just got a new edge rusher from Cleveland, too.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Damn.
The Lions they're addressing a need.
I'm still going to pick the Texans.
All right, sucker. I'm going Lions.
Loser!
Then the Dolphins go to L.A. to play the Rams. I forgot there's 2 LA teams.
It's a close game to me.
It is actually a close game to me, too.
I think so.
I think the
Rams
win.
This could have been a Super Bowl a couple of years ago.
It could have been.
I think the Rams are going to win pretty convincingly, actually. They are a physical team.
Jesus.
Are you about to, like... Are you predicting a Tua sadness event?
Tua Tagovailoa.
I was gonna make a joke that like Tua should not be playing against a team with a name of an animal that's famous for head-on collisions.
Just doesn't seem too right.
But I was like, that's a little too late. Yeah, like any animal that is well known for head-on collisions, Tua should be afraid of. But also, I mean, I'm not predicting that. I don't.
I would if Aaron Donald was still there.
Yes, Aaron Donald would choke him out.
I'm not fearful of the Rams' defense. I'm just fearful of the offense now that you have Puka Nacua and Kupp healthy again.
Yeah, the Rams are healthy.
Yeah, it's like, how can I pick against that?
They're the best 500 team by far.
I agree.
Yeah, they're better than their record shows because they're healthy.
Let's see who else is 500. Just real quick on that note, there's not a lot of 500 teams actually. It's
now.
The 49ers, the Rams, and the Bears. Yes, they are by far the best 500 team. I'm picking the Dolphins right now. I'll see if I change it later. But thank you guys. Thank you all for coming out. Hope you all are having a good night. See y'all on Thursday for a Sync Countdown.
Top 5 presidents.